Hi guys, the vlog for this week slightly later than scheduled because I was away in Hamburg and only back now. So essentially, I'm just going to give my Hamburg reflections, and it would be remiss if I glossed over the major incident of what happened over the weekend. I will come back to more of our own squad kind of updates because I'd like to finish in a positive. So, for those who don't know, there was a very tragic accident where a an age grouper collided with a motorcycle cameraman, and the motorcycle cameraman was killed, and the age grouper was very badly injured, and also the cameraman on the back of the bike was very badly injured. Um, Now, first off, this is an absolute tragedy. No one wants to see anyone injured in any shape or fashion, especially not fatally in our sport. Um, and so our best wishes to the motorcyclist family, best wishes to the cameraman's family, and best wishes to cyclists, and we wish them a speedy recovery. Um, so why this has become more of a hot topic, shall we say, is because it actually happened on Ironman Live, and you could actually see it happening. And Ironman cut the coverage for a little bit, etc. Which even magnifies tragedy. But then a lot of people were hopping on the internet and attacking Iron Man about the race should be finished, etc., and all the rest. Now, I'm not going to get into too much of my personal opinions on this because it's very polarized, it's very raw. Everyone's um like people are taking very, very different sides on it in terms of not the fact it's a tragedy, but whether or not the race should have been stopped. Um Now, maybe I'm offering too much an opinion, but I think that the people are hopping on this as an opportunity to Iron Man bash, which I think is inappropriate. And I think they just need to think a little bit. For me, you need to stop the race if there's any risk or danger to further age groupers, volunteers, participants, spectators, etc. That wasn't the case. And a sad fact of our sport is people have died in races. A lot of people, with the majority of the people who suffer fatalities in Ironman and triathlon, are in the swim session. So no one hears about that till afterwards, right? So there's no drama that everyone should stop the race. And the fact that it was seen live on Ironman TV as such magnified the whole thing. But I'm going to give Ironman some credit here. What they did was they stopped the race at the time, and they also got bashed because they didn't broadcast the fact that someone had been killed on like Ironman Live, and the commentator was trying to put a brave face on it. From someone who's done a bit of crisis management, that's exactly what you have to do. You have to cover it up until you have a good grasp of the situation, and you have to take control of the situation, not cause panic by going, someone has died on the Ironman course. That's 3,000 families watching, and then they're going, and no one has any way of contacting their uh, loved one in the race. No one knows anything. So that would cause mass panic. So, do you want honest? That sort of like the commentators being told to kind of put a brave face on it while they got their head around the facts. I think that was the right call. Should they have stopped the race? I'm gonna say no. And again, this is why my reasons. There were, as I said, there was no further danger to other age groupers or spectators or volunteers. Ironman adjusted on the fly very quickly, if you think about it. They adjusted the course. They had to walk around the accident site, and it was minimal disruption. So, but again, so where they're going to say, was it make was stopping the race going to improve the situation of the motorcyclist, the age grouper, or the cameraman? No, it wasn't, because unfortunately the motorcyclist died on the spot. The age grouper and the cameraman were airlifted to safety, from what I've heard. So they were out of the vicinity. They had to close off the area for an investigation, right? So that was a non-passable part of the actual race. Um, and then they just diverted the cyclists around it. If they had so therefore stopping it wasn't going to improve the situation. Did they minimize the risk after that? I don't know, but I would assume so. The cause of the accident is really put down to a lot of people are pointing fingers at there was too many motorcyclists, cameramen and draft marshals in this little stretch of narrow road. That was dumb, and I'm pretty sure Ironman in their retrospectives and will fix that. But that's not something that you're going to be able to fix there and then. Stopping the race isn't going to fix it, right? They figured out there's too many, so I presume they took the motorcyclists off the road, that narrow stretch. So, and everyone said that there's a big dark cloud over Hamburg after this. Most of the age groupers had no clue what was going on. They knew there was an accident. They had no idea it was a fatality. How would they? No one's going to know. They have no comms to them, etc. So stopping it would have only just caused panic, I think, and a lot of disgruntled people who have trained for years for this, etc. And then we said there's dark cloud. That wasn't the case. I was in transition, and it was, even with the tragic events that unfolded in the background, it was a standard Ironman. People were cheering. There was a lot of positive. There was a celebration of life, etc. So I don't think stopping the race would have done any benefit to any of these people. And you see in the internet forum, people go like, it's an Ironman, it's a disgrace. They're all looking for money. They're afraid of having to give refunds. I don't think so. It's more a case of they just seem to make the right decision. They have to make a decision on the fly. No one has perfect information. No one has, it's a compressed window of 12, 15 hours. They've got to make a call. I think they actually did a decent job. So the whole Ironman bashing about they're all like, and people started attacking Jan Frodeno on his Insta account and go, but why? As I said, you could have stopped the pro field. What are they on about? No, they couldn't. No one athlete controlled this. No one age grouper, like even any of the volunteers. Just daft stuff. As in, they just seem to be angry at Ironman because it's Ironman. And rather than focus on, they did all the right things at the time. Again, it doesn't take away from the tragedy. And as I said, I've been at races where people have died and marathons. A person died in Florida crossing the finish line. They didn't try to stop that. In Mallorca last year, 70.3, someone died in a swim. And so it does happen. And people, the fact, I don't know, there's a lot of negative feeling and sentiment towards Ironman. And this is not an opportunity to get one up on them. I think we as a triathlon community just need to send whatever, accept a mistake was made, accept that the race organizers and Ironman did the best they could in the light of what happened, and then also just look at no one's not posting up smiling pictures of them finishing their Ironman. There's lots of people cheering and all the rest. So a lot of people's had the chance to celebrate their life, celebrate that thing. One of the most important comments I saw was someone said, well, what would I want to happen if it was me? And I actually resonated with this guy, and he said, you know what? I'd be horrified if someone stopped the race because of an accident that had happened to me. I'd love people to go on and PR in my memory. And I thought, that's the right attitude. That's the right. Stopping the race isn't going to turn back time. It isn't going to save that guy's life. So it's a horrible situation, horrible topic to talk about, but just even getting me out, I'm okay if people want to. I'm not trying to jump on the bandwagon here. This is me just kind of airing a lot of kind of processed thoughts over the while. I'll be interested to see what people have to say, and you can email me or you put in the comments. I don't know if I really want to turn this into a discussion point. I've seen too much angry discussion on the internet forum, so no. Okay, but again, as I said, thoughts and prayers out to the motorcyclist family and to the injured parties. On a more happy note, Hamburg itself was actually a wonderful experience for the squad. I got to meet some people I've never met before, even though I've coached them for like a year plus. I've got to meet some people who are on my training plans, I've got to actually just meet help some of my club mates, some of my friends. And as I said, people had a good race. They loved the course. It was, Hamburg is a superb Ironman course. I suspect it would tweak slightly, but as a weekend, as an event, I had a really good time. I do hope that I know it was an incredible experience to meet the guys one to one. So I'm trying to finish this on a positive, but I'm kind of wondering whether this is the right topic to discuss. But it is. It's a vlog. It's my thoughts. It's not. I'm not forcing my opinions on anyone. I'm just sort of airing it. But I'm trying to be fair at the same time. So anyhow, I'm hoping for more upbeat vlogs in the future. But sometimes even I have to be serious. So look, I hope your training's going well. Hope everyone's looking forward to their A races coming up, and that they will have a great day out as well, like the guys of Norman did, Lewis did, Collie did, Jason did. So enjoy our sport. It is a celebration of life. I think that's the most important thing we take out of all of the different aspects of what we witnessed over this weekend. Okay, stay safe and enjoy your training, guys.